For my first segment of Pain and Pilates, I'm going to show you ways on how I deal with low back pain. My pain is caused by a pinched nerve, and I find these exercises that I will show you very effective for my condition. First exercise is what I call nerve floss gliding exercise. Sit on a chair, allow your lower back to slouch, and then raise your leg, flex your foot, and lower down. Raise your leg, flex your foot, and lower down. Do this 10 counts each leg. And this is good to reduce discomfort and improve range of motion when you have sciatica or piriformis syndrome. Make sure to do this slowly so that you can actually release the nerve. That's what we're trying to do when we glide our leg like this. There is another variation of nerve flossing, and it's the same seated position with knees hip width apart, feet flat on the floor and facing forward. Extend the right leg with the foot flexed toward the body, and then extend the neck back up, and then lower both neck and leg. Repeat. Raise your leg, look up the ceiling, and look down. Look up and lower your leg. Do this on your other leg and repeat 10 times. Try to do this 2 to 3 times each day when you're suffering and feeling some lower back pain. This is the third variation of the sciatic nerve glide. We call this the supine sciatic nerve glide. Laying on your back with feet hip width apart and your knees bent, raise one leg and flex your foot until you can feel a pulling sensation from behind your leg. Try repeating the process 10 times on each leg. The next exercise is what we call pelvic tilt. Still lying on the floor with feet flat and knees bent. Try to tilt your tailbone up and really suck in your abdominal muscles. Do this 10 times and really tucking it in. to remove the space between your back and the mat. You should feel tightening of your abdominals when you're doing this. Glute bridge is our next exercise. Stay lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Tighten your glutes and lift your hips off the floor. There should be a straight line from your knees all the way to your shoulders when you're on top. And make sure you're using your glutes and your heels to push your body up. You can also use a band to progress with glute bridge. Let's do figure 4 stretch next. Stay lying on your back, lift your right leg and put your right ankle on top of your left knee. Interlock your fingers behind your left thigh and pull your left knee on your chest and feel the stretch on the side. Let's also do the stretch on our left side. Lift your left leg, put your left ankle on top of your right knee. Interlock your fingers behind your thigh. Either you hold your thigh or hold your shin, depending on the stretch that you're feeling on the side. Hold it in for 20 seconds and make sure you're flexing your left foot to protect your left knee. Do the stretch at least twice and do this 2 times a day when you can. The last one is a stretch. You'll be lucky if you can hear some pop when you do this. Make sure your hands are on the side and your shoulders are glued on the floor. And twist your right side. And then just feel the stretch. Do this for at least 20 seconds. Make sure your left shoulder is still on the floor. And you're feeling a good stretch here. Do this at least for 20 seconds as well. And release. The last one that I do when I have low back pain is use my massage ball on my glutes. You can find this in Kmart and I think it's less than $5. It's a very good investment. And the band, you can also find this in Kmart. I'm not sponsored by Kmart, by the way, but it's less than $5 and I think it's really worth every penny that by putting some weight on the side. So roll the ball until you find a point where you can feel some tension, and then just relax your entire body and stay here for at least 20 seconds if you can. Do this on the other side. On really bad days, I also use a heat pack. Some people would say alternate between a heat pack and a cold pack. For my case, I prefer something warm on my back. And how do I do this? I lie face down and put this on my lower back. and I keep it there for a few minutes. In my next segment, I'll also show you ways to strengthen your glutes and your core, just to make sure your support system helps your back. Otherwise, your back would be doing all the work. So until next time, I hope you learned something today. Thank you.